Yo, what is good, boys? It is Yap MMA. We are back with another video. Today, we are going to be talking about the potential end of one of the greatest UFC eras of all time, man, if not the greatest UFC era of all time. There's a lot of guys that are coming near the end of their career, and we just saw this past weekend, man. The passing of a torch, an absolute domination by Sean Brady over Leon Edwards, former champ, who's been around for a while, he's never been finished in his career, got finished by Sean Brady in round 4. It was just he didn't have anything going. He didn't have anything going. He got just purely dominated. That's all you can say. He got purely dominated. And it's got people saying, oh, can you rate Leon's wins? Can you rate him as a champ? Was he one of the worst champs? Was it a fraudulent champ? And like, you can't really say that. You can't really go about that because then you can hit everything with a what if. What if this person hit this shot? What if this person did this, did this? Like it's just an in the moment thing. It happens, and it's part of the past. It's part of that era, and Leon's part of that era. There's other guys that are part of that era. Israel Adesanya, Alexander Volkanovski, Henry Cejudo, Leon Edwards, of course. A lot of these dudes are coming near the end of their careers. Kamaru Usman as well. We haven't seen him in forever. Colby Covington got just dominated by Buckley recently. A lot of these new up and coming guys, they're taking over. I mean, Carlos Prates is about to fight Jeff Neal. High chance he beats him up bad. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these guys, all these up and coming rising stars are beating down on these. I'm not gonna call them old guys, but the older generation. Carlos Ulberg just beat Jan Blachowicz. It was a very close fight, but it's a passing of a torch. It's kind of a new era we're going into here, where we're losing a lot of these guys that are the people's favorite fighters are going out of their prime, is what I'm saying, man. But I was just thinking about this. I'm laying in bed over there, man, and I'm thinking, holy shit, so many of these former champs, former, pound for pound fighters are are losing. They're losing a lot, and they're going out on bad notes, man. They're getting dominated. They're getting absolutely dominated, and it just has me thinking, man, are we going to see Volkanovski get dominated the same way Israel Adesanya got dominated by Imavov? Sean Brady dominated Leon Edwards this past weekend. And a Triple C got dominated by Song Yadong. Like, are we going to see this kind of passing on of not necessarily the torch, but passing on of eras, man? Because I think we're getting into a new era here. We've got a lot of new up and coming guys, a lot of new prospects, a lot of new hype, and we're kind of losing out on these older dudes that are kind of fading away. The only guy that you can really look at and be like, this dude has been here forever. He's still here. He's still winning, you could call it, is John Jones. But that's just because he's inactive, man. That's just because he's inactive and he's not fighting the actual number one contender, Tom Aspinall, interim champ, man. We all know if Tom fought John, it would be the same thing and John would retire. All right. I'm sorry to say it to all you John Jones fans, all you John Jones Glazers. The dude's out of his prime. Tom Aspinall is in his prime at heavyweight. He would beat John Jones. He just would. Okay, he would. And if John Jones were to beat Tom Aspinall, he would by far be the greatest of all time, without a doubt. But we'll never know if that fight doesn't happen. But it's a passing of a torch. It's a new era. I feel like I just keep feeling like the old era is slipping away. And then this past weekend, man, I was happy that Sean Brady won. I picked Sean Brady to win. I wanted him to win because honestly, I've never really liked Leon as a fighter. He hasn't been somebody who has been crazy finishing ability, hasn't been a super exciting champ, but it was kind of crazy to see him get, absolutely smothered and absolutely dominated by Sean Brady. Didn't even land a single strike in round 2 and got submitted in round 4. He choked it. He tapped out in front of his home crowd. His home crowd was leaving before at the end of the second round. The hundreds of people were fleeing out of the stands and leaving, so it's just this era, man. It's slipping out. It's slipping out of our grasp, and it's really sad to see. It's really sad to see. All we can hope is that Volkanovski pulls it off April 12th, man. But the more I'm seeing these old, I'm not going to say old, but these older champs, these former champs start losing. I mean, it's just been, there hasn't been a single former champ that's won a fight this year, is what I'm trying to say. What am I saying? We had Israel Adesanya. Triple C, Henry Cejudo, and now Leon Edwards, man. And this weekend we've got Brandon Moreno fighting Steve Erceg. He's a former champ. We'll see if Moreno can pull it off. I do think he will be able to pull it off, but he's also part of that era. He is part of that era. I do hope Moreno gets the win, but we're seeing more and more of these guys from the past, blasts from the past, man, that are just slowly fading away. And it's really sad to see. I mean, we saw it with Tony Ferguson. We saw it with Dominic Reyes for a bit. He was able to bounce back, but a lot of these guys were fading. Actually, Dom's a horrible example. What am I saying? He was young, and he's still in the UFC and he's still bouncing back. But a lot of these older guys are fading away. Kamaru Usman hasn't fought in a while. He is on a 2 or 3 fight, I think it's 2 fight losing streak now, and he hasn't fought in a while. When he comes back, if he fights Buckley, Buckley will. I just know Buckley's going to dominate him, and it's just something that we're just waiting to see these fights because we know that these guys that were high level old champions, that were former champions, that were the peak echelon, but that now are fading out. They just need to retire. Like, I don't want to say they all need to retire, but it's a matter of these guys that are so hungry. There are dudes, there are dogs that are so hungry that want it so bad, and they're going up against guys who have already reached that highest echelon that aren't still training. Like Kamaru Usman is doing his podcast with Triple C every day, man. They're doing the little podcast every day. We all knew there was zero chance Henry Cejudo beats Song Yudong, and he quit. He quit with the eye pokes. Of course, the eye poke was really bad. It's a horrible way to end the fight, but it's the end of Henry Cejudo. It's going to be the end of Kamaru Usman. It's the end. It's the end of Leon Edwards, man. Got dominated by Bilal. Just got dominated by Brady. Same thing, with Israel Adesanya. 3 fight, 4 fight losing streak now. I think he's 3 fight losing streak now. Got finished by DDP and just got finished by Imavov. It's just same thing, man. And I think the same thing might happen to Whitaker. He just lost to Chimaev, got choked out by Chimaev. And if he fights Caio Baralho, or if he fights Imavov, or if he fights a rising contender at middleweight, man, it's just these guys are slowly deteriorating. Not saying that they can't still get wins. I'm not saying they can't still get wins, but I think that older era, that older generation, the former champs are slowly passing the torch on in a sense, or just losing that momentum because they've already reached that highest echelon. They've already reached that highest level, so they don't have the motivation, the drive, the dog in them to want to get back into that position, man. Because otherwise, we would have seen Kamaru Usman back here months ago, if not a year ago, man. He hasn't fought in a long time. He hasn't fought in a long, long time, and it's just because he's not hungry for it anymore. He's not. He's not. And a lot of these guys, a lot of these former champs aren't hungry for it anymore, So we're gonna see a takeover. We're gonna see a mega takeover, a switch in the generation. I give it 1 or 2 years, and we're gonna see a full different, not a whole different top 15, but we're not gonna see that old generation of champions like Kamaru Usman, Leon Edwards, Henry Cejudo, Israel Adesanya, Robert Whitaker. All these guys, I think, will have passed on that torch necessarily. Not passed on the torch, but have just kind of dissipated out of the rankings and have retired because these guys that are on the come up, these up and coming prospects are just so hungry for it that these former champs can't compete. They can't compete. They're also just, you're only getting older. Every day you're getting older, so it's sad to see, man. I was just thinking about that. I had to make this video, and I'm really worried for Volkanovski, man. The more I see the Diego Lopez videos, the fight previews, all sorts of the full violence videos with Diego Lopez. I saw that today, man. Like, I want to see Diego Lopez win, but not against Volkanovski, man. I don't want to see Volk get flatlined again, and I think he's on that exit as well. So Volk's another one of those guys that, as much as we love him, I think he's near the end. I think it's tough to say, but I think after this fight, if he wins, he'll keep fighting. But if he loses, I do believe he will retire. But man, it's just the end of that era. It's so sad to say, but what can we do? It's going to be a new era. It's going to be a new generation of fighters. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining, but it will be sad to see these older guys leave once that time's up. We're gonna be just looking at their old clips, their old fights, and it's gonna be sad. It's gonna be sad, man. I can't see a Volkanovski retirement. All right, I would be so fucking sad, man. I would be so sad. Volkanovski retirement is gonna have me tearing up, man. But fuck, You know, I'm stopping this video, man. I'm stopping this video. I can't anymore. I'm just oh, I don't even know what I'm saying, man. I don't even know what I'm saying. You guys get the point of the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop your comments down below. What you guys think, bro? Do you guys think it's the end of an era, or do you guys think Volkanovski's cooked, bro? I really hope he's not cooked. I think I'm gonna still ride with Volk, but it's gonna be tough, man. I will catch you boys in the next one. See you.